and welcome to another parenting video. This is my series of videos called The Truth About Parenting, and today I'm talking about when things go wrong. So I'm going to talk about this because I took Henry on a bus tour around London, and as always it wasn't plain sailing. There were a few issues that on the way. First of all, I wasn't sure as to where the stop was to get on the bus tour, and so we ended up not being able to find where. Well, we did find it in the end, but we went all through near the Victoria Coach Station, which is where we got on to when we did the Christmas one. But this time around, we had to actually get it near Victoria Station. So, but we got on it, and my son loved it. We went to many different sites. We didn't just get on one bus tour, but we did three buses, because it was one of those where you can hop off and hop on. With it's called. If you want to check them out, it's called Golden Tours. So if you check that out, they do tours around London, and you can get off the bus, and you've got to pre-book it, because they do run out of space, but you book it through their site, and then you just have to, put who's coming, really. But it was a really good day out in the end. Henry had an accident jumping off one of the buses and hurt his knee, bless him. And then he got his finger caught in the door, which was because it slammed on his hand, bless him. But apart from that, it was plain sailing. It wasn't raining as such. It was quite warm. It was good weather, and it was a good tour. But things will always go wrong when you're never plain sailing when you're a parent. And what I do is I've created this book here, and this is going to be his include all what he did in the summer holidays. So you can take this to school, and I'm going to put some as an example of one page that I've done, and they're going to then stick pictures in the book, and you can go around. And because I don't think we're going to use up, I'm not going to use up all the pages, I can then add more in there for when he for when he's back at school, for example, and he does really good things. I could use it for half terms and just for school holidays. But that's one way of getting over the bad time that you had. And with the weather, it's been a bit hit and miss. It hasn't all been fantastic. Let me put that on, because like now, where I've just had to put the light on so you can actually see me in this video. But as being a parent, there was times when I forgot to pack his wipes in my bag, and what I'd say is just plan the night before if you can. Always check the weather before you go out, so you know what to take with you. And I did with Henry. I took out a jumper, an extra bit of clothing, just in case. But it was fine in the end, and I'm glad we did it. We were very tired, and in the end we then got we went back via the Victoria. Yes, we did, because we went back via the underground. So when we walked to Victoria State, and that was another day. But we got off the bus when it was going round. Where was it? Where we got off? Can't remember where we got off. So I think it might have been when we got off near Waterloo and decided to get off there again. So when we got back, and he had a really good day. He felt, well, that's the whole point of it. You just want them to enjoy it, and you don't have to spend money if you don't have to take them out. if you feel, you know, unsafe, sometimes anxiety, because what I hated was those gaps between the trains, and I used to suffer really bad anxiety over those when I first took Henry out, because I had an accident with the pushchair. Like, it got stuck, the wheels got stuck between the train and the platform, so super scary. So, you know, things like that. So what I said is give yourself enough time. So, you know, and if it's easy, and I see a lot of mums now that carry, well, you know, they have their babies in the carrier rather than the pushchair, and I think if I do have any more children, that's the way I'd go as well, when it's first born. So, you know, that's what you, as a parent, you're always learning, but don't kick yourself too much. I mean, you're always going to have good days, you're always going to have bad days. It's the way it goes, and just make sure you got a first aid kit or some plaster with you. Just something I don't know, I don't always pack those, but I think because of the last bus tour, I think if I take my son out again, I'll definitely make sure I've got some sort of first aid kit or something on me, because kids will have accidents. My brother, for example, was always, he dislocated one of his arms once, playing football. He cracked his head open, I cracked my head open indoors, so, you know, and so you will have accidents, but if you just, if you've got a first aid kit, and be careful that they're, especially when you change the river, the floor's not slippery. Make sure they've got good, comfortable shoes on if you're doing a bit of walking, and things like that. It doesn't have to be, you don't need a whole big, massive first aid kit. Just have plasters or blister cream, anything that's going to help should, those things occur whilst you're going on holiday, while you're taking your kids out. And just take it as each day comes. If you're finding it a bit of a headache, because we're into that the final weeks now, so and then we'll be back doing a school one. I remember as a child, I wasn't in love with school, but you did often as a kid get bored during the summer holidays, and and then parents, like myself, you start to lose steam, and it's like, I want somebody to take over now. But for me, it's all about memories, and that's what I'm trying to create for Henry. Good memories, good things he can talk about when he gets older. Experiences are often the best gifts in the world, because it's not something that I would have done every day. It's, I've spent quite a lot on my Oyster card, because Henry loves travelling. Some kids detest travelling, but Henry loves it. So, and it's about what he enjoys at the end of the day, and so that's what I've done. And I think we get this guilt if we don't take them out, then we're failures as parents, but we're not. There's loads of things you can do indoors. I've just written a blog post today talking about buying for kids, like when it comes to birthdays and other occasions. And we check that out. That's the Parenting Ventures Tips and Tricks.wordpress.com. So if you want to check that out, you can. But there's so many things that you can do. But if it goes wrong, don't kick yourself about it. It's one of those things, and just address it. Keep a journal. I do, take 5 minutes. If you've got somebody that can look after your kids for 5-10 minutes, or even half hour, just they can take the ball off you for a bit, then take them up on it, because it can be stressful being a parent. Having a child, it should never be underestimated by any means, but you find ways. Sometimes you do have to improvise, but you find a way. So never admit defeat, and you can always other days which are better than the last any time of the week, and it all depends on what their mood is. In that, yesterday me and Henry spent the whole day indoors, and he didn't care, I didn't care. A few moments where he was getting bored, but sometimes you have to have those days. But I like to be out and about, I do. And because of COVID, I was isolating myself, because I have a hole in the heart, and I did have an appointment that I was supposed to have, but because my heart was tested in the mental health hospital where I stayed for a bit, you know, I didn't need to have that checkup. So, but I had to look after myself in that respect. But that's, you know, I'm so glad that lockdown is starting to leave, because it can become restricting of what you can do and what you can't do, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.